It's been 5 lootless years since we've last set foot on Pandora and the pre-sequel. So to get us prepared for Borderlands 3, I'm gonna cover the whole Borderlands timeline from Borderlands 1, the pre-sequel, 2, and Tales from the Borderlands. Comic book stuff not included. Sorry. Just to give some context to the fresh meat that's just arrived, here's what's been going on in the galaxy. Thousands of years ago, there lived an alien race known as the Iridians, who possessed advanced technology and weapons. But by the time the first Borderlands game rolls around, they're all dead. We're not too sure why yet, but the Iridians did leave us some subtle clues in their vaults. These vaults contain the last traces of Iridian society and the power of their technology. Fast forward thousands of years later, and mankind has taken to space. Exploration has begun, and so has the modern-day gold rush for minerals. The galaxy is now being run by mega corporations that are fighting for control of the planets to mine them for their minerals. And no mineral is more sought after than iridium. The Atlas Corporation found the first iridium vault was on the planet Promethea. By reverse engineering the alien technology they found, they were able to manufacture the most highly advanced weapons in the universe. As you can imagine, this opened up a big old can of worms, and soon every corporation began plundering the planets in search of vaults. One particularly raggedy planetary system caught the eye of the corporations: Pandora. Soon enough, corporations like Atlas and Dahl set up mining operations on Pandora and its moon, Elpis. And so the search for the vault began. For a while, everything was going well for Dahl. They learned a bunch about the vault by hiring Patricia Tanis, a brilliant scientist, researcher, and archaeologist. She even found a fragment of the vault's key. But once Atlas caught wind, they started prepping a full-scale invasion with their Crimson Lance. Dahl pretty much noped out of there, abandoning their projects and people. Even worse, Pandora's 7-year winter was winding down, so all the monstrous creatures started waking up from hibernation. The population of colonists, researchers, and prison laborers who were part of the mining operations were left to survive and scavenge on their own. That's how Pandora became the lovely bandit-infested place we know and love. Borderlands 1. Welcome to Pandora, your final destination guaranteed. It's summertime in Pandora, and the planet is a desolate wasteland of abandoned machinery, vicious bandits, and even more vicious beasts. Patricia Tanis is still there, but she's kinda lost her marbles. Being the last surviving member of her team really did a number on her. Don't worry though, she's bounced back and has found hard proof that a vault is on Pandora. Good news travels fast, so fortune seekers and mercenaries come from all across the galaxy. These vault hunters are answering Tanis's call to help find and open the vault. Here's where your crew comes in: Mordecai, Lilith, Roland, and Brick. They don't know each other, but they're all hunting for the same thing: the vault. Together, you're dropped off at the sad and dusty outpost of Firestone. But before you even get there, your comm system gets hacked by a mysterious pixelated girl who's known as the Guardian Angel. She's there to help. Okay. After shooting, punching, and phase-walking through hordes of bandits and skags, you finally meet up with Tanis. She lets you know that the vault can only be unlocked once every 200 years by combining 3 keys scattered around Pandora. From there, it's a bit of a murderous manhunt collecting those keys. Beasts and bandits are one thing, but the Crimson Lance is an even bigger threat. They're headed up by the albino badass siren Commandant Steele. She's none too happy that the Vault Hunters are there, and she's out to claim the vault keys for the Atlas Corporation. From there, you have a bunch of fights for your life, some more successful than others. Shout out to those new U stations. Finally, you manage to collect all 3 vault key pieces. All that's left to do is get the 4th piece. But wait, there is no 4th piece. It turns out that Patricia Tanis had been captured by Commandant Steele, and they send you on this wild goose chase so that they would have time to open the vault. Well, nobody's using you as a free courier service. Vault Hunter needs to get paid. So after rescuing Tanis, you hightail it over to the vault to stop Steele from claiming the vault's treasure. Your treasure. But it's too late. Steele assembles the key and opens the vault. However, there aren't untold riches and alien technology inside. Nope, it's a one-eyed tentacle monster known as the Destroyer. Perfect! After all that work, Steele gets skewered, and you're left to defend the world from the Destroyer's giant laser eyeball of doom. Isn't it great? After 10 minutes of emptying your ammo into the thing, you destroy the Destroyer. Finally, you can return the vault key to Tanis for your much-deserved reward. But as Angel says her goodbye, the screen pans out and you see that her signal is coming from a Hyperion satellite. Also, she should have definitely warned you about a giant monster being in the vault. What's up with that? In the meantime, on Elpis, while all that is going down, stuff is happening on Pandora's moon, Elpis. The doll mining operation on Elpis is led by ex-military commander Colonel Zarpedon. She and the team are excavating the moon when they find some kind of ancient Iridian mine shaft. They follow the vein deep into the moon, but as their digging gets deeper, it starts to rupture the surface. That's when the crackening happens. Elpis splits like an egg, lava surges from below, earthquakes decimate the population, and Elpis's atmosphere disappears. As usual, Doll gets out of Dodge, leaving Colonel Zarpedon, her team, and the rest of the doll mining operation behind. There's a pattern there. But Zarpedon doesn't run. She doubles down on her excavations, going deeper into Elpis. Eventually, she meets a being known as the Watcher. All we really know is that it's a creature with telekinetic abilities and knowledge of the future. The Watcher takes Colonel Zarpedon into the vault of Elpis. Completely overwhelmed by the knowledge contained in the vault, Zarpedon decides to make it her life's work to guard the vault against any other humans. She dubs her team the Lost Legion. Borderlands, the pre-sequel flashback. Now it's time to introduce everyone's favorite megalomaniac sociopath, Handsome Jack. Back when Hyperion was one of the smaller mega corporations in the universe, Jack was just one of their not-so-handsome, ambitious employees. He was a lowly programmer on Helios, a space station orbiting Elpis. Like the rest of the universe, Jack was obsessed with climbing the corporate ladder, gaining power, and opening vaults. So once he heard about the destroyer that was trapped in Pandora's vault, he started scheming. Using his daughter Angel, he tries to manipulate 4 vault hunters that you might recognize to get the beast. Unfortunately, the destroyer is killed, but Jack manages to salvage its eye to use as a super weapon on Helios. This Eye of Helios is basically one massive laser made up of smaller lasers, and it can destroy pretty much anything. From its position on Helios, Pandora and Elpis were both right in its sights. Jack has heard of a vault on Elpis, and he knows that if he could get in, he'd be the CEO of Hyperion in no time. Here's where your next batch of Vault Hunters come in. Athena, the woman that's telling the story, Wilhelm, Aurelia, Nisha, Claptrap, and Timothy Lawrence, Jack's doppelganger. You answer Jack's call only to land on Helios in the middle of an attack. So there's Helios floating up in the sky, blowing things up and minding its own business. Suddenly, the Lost Legion attacks and takes over the base. Colonel Zarpedon has spotted Helios from Elpis and believed that the only way to be able to keep the vault safe was to destroy Elpis and the vault along with it. Her weapon of choice is the Eye of Helios. Logical. Just in time, you land in to help Jack get his ship back. But before you can do that, you need to head to Elpis and find out what's jamming the signal on Helios. On Elpis, after figuring out how to breathe and walk around without any atmosphere, you meet Roland, Lilith, and Moxie, some familiar faces from the first game. It turns out the Marif of Concordia has been working for Colonel Zarpedon to jam the signal on Helios. You politely persuade the Marif to stop, but Jack kinda loses his temper and murders him. Oh well, job done in any case. System unjammed, psychopath on the loose. But there's still some work to do. To get rid of the Lost Legion on Helios, you're gonna need a robot army, obviously. And to build the best bots in town, you're gonna need a sophisticated AI. Enter Felicity, the perfect intelligence for your robot army. Well, she would be if she didn't have feelings. What do you mean she doesn't want to be a mindless killing constructor bot for all of eternity? We've got stuff to do. You go ahead and destroy her personality, creating the Hyperion constructor. Sorry, Skipper. Hopefully this won't come back to bite us in Borderlands 2. All set then. Jack and the Vault Hunters storm Helios base with the robot army and wrest control from Colonel Zarpedon twice. But this purple lady doesn't go down without a fight. She's still got the power of Iridium. Still, after a couple shots to the face, she caves and reveals the location of the vault. By this time, Roland, Lilith, and Moxie are giving Jack the side eye. So before Jack leaves Helios to go into the vault, they trick him into destroying the Eye of Helios. Good idea, taking the giant laser weapon from a psychotic murderer. Bad idea, letting that same murderer head into the vault on Elpis. Anyway, it's guarded by the Sentinel, a super annoying three-faced being that just eats up all your ammo. He's a nightmare to take down, but when you defeat him, you can jump into the vault to claim your prize, which is nothing? Wait, what? That's it? What the hell? It's just a small circle artifact of the vault logo floating around? Well, Jack isn't going home empty-handed. He reaches for it, and it shows him visions of a new vault, housing a powerful creature called the Warrior. Before Jack can reach true enlightenment or whatever the logo was supposed to do, Lilith phase walks in and drop kicks the vault artifact into his face. Considering his whole face just got branded, Jack takes this attack rather well. He basically scream rants his plan to awaken the Warrior on Pandora. By now, Athena has had enough of Jack's and leaves. Eventually, the Watcher warns the Vault Hunters of an upcoming war, but I'm getting ahead of myself. We cannot end the game without witnessing Jack's descent to Handsome Jack. After what went down on Elpis, Jack decides that authoritarianism suits him and goes to secure his promotion as CEO of Hyperion. He's covered up his hideous face brand with an even creepier Jack mask and adopts the moniker Handsome Jack. Get ready, universe. Borderlands 2. 5 years after the opening of the Elpis Vault, Pandora is a very different place. Handsome Jack is running the planet in what can only be described as chaotic tyranny. This ain't no place for a hero. This is a place for Vault Hunters. Jack is still searching for the Vault, and he's sent a call across the universe for all Vault Hunters to come to Pandora. Of course, it's just a trick to round them all up and kill them, so there'll be fewer people left to find his vault. Welcome back to Pandora! After your next batch of Vault Hunters show up on Pandora, you go to meet the Crimson Raiders. Not the Crimson Lance. The Raiders are an anti-Hyperion resistance movement made up of people that are tired of Handsome Jack's authoritarian bullshit. Our classic Vault Hunters Roland and Lilith are running this outfit, and they want to stop Handsome Jack from opening Pandora's second vault and freeing the Warrior. Just like before, Angel helps you by keeping you clued into Hyperion's operations. And just like before, you blindly follow all her instructions, because you're smart. She tells you that Hyperion already has the vault key, and you need to intercept the train that's transporting it. When you get there, you run into a giant cyborg known as Wilhelm. Yep, he's the same guy from pre-sequel, but he's gone full cyborg and pretty much looks like a Hyperion loader bot. After defeating Wilhelm, you realize there's no vault key, but Angel strongly urges you to take his power core back to base to power up the shields. Thanks, Angel, that's a great idea. But wait, what's that? After setting up the power core in Sanctuary, you hear the familiar voice of Handsome Jack, of course. Angel has been working with him this whole time and used you to take out the city's shields. Now Sanctuary is exposed to bombardment from the Hyperion moon satellite. God damn it, catfished again! It looks like your whole world is about to collapse all around you when Lilith Super Saiyans up with some iridium and teleports the entire city away. Whew, crisis averted. Well, everyone's safe and you're all floating in the sky when guess who calls you? It's Angel. Oh, now she wants us to trust her? Well, after about 3 minutes of hesitation, the Vault Hunters believe her information again, and we find out that the Vault Key is really hidden with her at a Hyperion facility. Turns out that not only is Angel the keeper of the Vault Key, she's Jack's prisoner and a siren. Jack has been harnessing her siren power to lock into the Echo Net on Pandora. When you find her, Jack has been juicing her up with iridium to try and power up the Vault Key. Angel tells you that the only way to stop Jack is to take her out of the picture so that he has no way to charge the Vault Key. As much as you kind of hate Jack, he really does seem to care about his daughter in a weird, twisted way. And when you eventually destroy the machine that's been keeping Angel alive, Jack seems genuinely distraught. I actually feel pretty bad about what I did. Well, I got over it once Jack shoots Roland in the back and imprisons Lilith with some sort of slave collar. Not missing a beat, Jack uses Lilith to charge the Vault Key instead of Angel. Of course, it's up to you to stop him. You arrive at the Vault of the Warrior in time to fight Handsome Jack, but Lilith keeps charging the Vault Key. And by the time you're done putting a couple slugs in his lungs, the key is in the vault. The vault opens and out comes the Warrior, an extremely cool, gigantic magma dragon-like thing. It goes down pretty easily. Was this supposed to be the God Warrior the Iridians had created? Even Jack was a little baffled. Well, all that's left is to decide who gets to kill Jack, you or Lilith. Pretty easy choice. Me. Before you leave, Lilith attempts to destroy the Vault Key so that no one can ever use it again. But once she does, she accidentally activates a huge map of the galaxy with several vaults marked on it. No rest for the wicked. Tales from the Borderlands. Alright, now it's time to put your guns down and get ready for all the quick time events that nobody asked for in Tales from the Borderlands. This is one of those choose-your-own-adventure games from Telltale, so there's a bunch of branching paths. I don't know which ones are canon, so I'll just be focusing on the main story. Our main characters in this epic tale are Reese, a middle manager in Hyperion, Fiona, a wily con artist and the gift that keeps on giving, Handsome Jack. Even after the death of Handsome Jack, Hyperion is pretty much the same soul-sucking corporation it's always been. It's still populated with opportunistic, power-hungry assholes all looking to get ahead. Enter Reese, the salary man. His promotion has been stolen by one particularly power-hungry asshole, Vasquez. Vasquez secured his position by promising a vault key for Hyperion. Oh, and by throwing his manager out of an airlock. But I'm sure it's more about the vault key. To get that promotion for himself, Reese snags the information from Vasquez to complete the vault key deal himself. In the meantime, 3 con artists, Felix, Fiona, and Sasha, are making a fake vault key on Pandora to sell to the highest bidder. I think you can see where this story is going. But where's Handsome Jack in all of this? Well, do you remember Professor Nakayama? He was a scientist trapped on Elpis with a notoriously unhealthy obsession with Handsome Jack. If Senpai Jack wasn't going to notice him, maybe his clone will. And so the Handsome Jack AI is born. But before Nakayama can finish it, he falls down some stairs and dies. Back on Pandora, Reese, his buddy Vaughn, and Loaderbot are just getting themselves out of some ordinary bandit hijinks to get to the deal. It's going down at the World of Curiosities, a place where they keep the fabulous taxidermied members of society. To your right, which is my left, you'll find Professor Nakayama. He still has his ID drive, which Reese snags. They meet Felix, Fiona, Sasha, and her boyfriend August, ready to make the exchange. But on Pandora, nothing goes as planned. Not even a simple deal for a fake vault key. Enter a huge motorcyclist musician named Bossa Nova and his many little psychos. They make a hot mess of the whole thing, which was pretty terrible to begin with. And in the scuffle, Bossa Nova grabs all the money and hightails it out of there. From there, Reese and Vaughn shack up in Felix's van and they decide to work with the trio of con artists. To find the money, Reese inserts the Hyperion ID he found earlier into his head and blacks out. Thank goodness for Hyperion tech! At least the rest of the team tracks the money to some sort of death race. Yay! Again, things don't go as planned, and after much dodging and killing, you get betrayed by Felix. Felix? He was like a father to Fiona and Sasha, but he just up and takes the money? God damn it, Borderlands, I've just about had it with all this betrayal. But that's not the biggest surprise the day has in store for you. After killing all the bandits, you discover a bunch of old Atlas technology under the stadium. The big prize is the Gortys project, a sort of vault locator that Atlas created in the early days of Pandora. When it reveals the location of the vault, Handsome Jack reveals himself too. Well, his digital self in Reese's head at least. Cue Reese screaming, running around, and blacking out. Again, isn't he so useful? Here's where the story splits up depending on your choices. Hyperion has found your location because one of your friends, Yvette, told them where you were. We'll pay her back later, that's for sure. Before Reese meets his sticky end at the hands of Vasquez, his old pal Loaderbot comes in to rescue him. At this point, you can choose to either go to Old Haven, where the Gortys project may be, or Hollow Point, where Fiona and Sasha live. Whichever way you choose, you're gonna end up with Vasquez pointing a gun at Reese's head and Fiona and Sasha battling off hired assassins from a bandit named Valerie. She's kind of the queen pin around these parts, and she was the one who helped orchestrate the vault key deal. After all the chaos, QuickTime events, and button mashing, you manage to activate Gortys. Gortys is the cutest little button of a robot, and she's very excited to meet everyone, but she needs some upgrades to locate the vault in her system. Unfortunately, Gortys is a hot commodity on the Pandoran market, so Valerie and her goons will stop at nothing to get a hold of her. One of the parts that Gortys needs is on Helios, and it's not going to be easy to get up there. At least Reese can still skin a dead Vasquez's face and wear it over his own to sneak in. Ew. When he gets to Helios, Reese has to make some tough decisions, like choosing whether to allow Handsome Jack's AI to stay in his brain. Either way, Reese sends Helios crashing to the ground. While Reese is doing his thing up on Helios, Gortys is back on Pandora opening up the vault. And guess what was in the vault? Yep! A big-ass monster. This one's called the Traveler. Things start to play out like a Game of Thrones episode. R.I.P. AI Handsome Jack that gets torn from Reese's body, R.I.P. Queen Pin Valerie, and Gortys. But to be honest, Loaderbot is the toughest loss. I'll name my firstborn Loaderbot. Fast forward a couple of months and our motley crew is getting back to a normal life on Pandora. Just then, a mysterious stranger captures them. So yeah, normal life on Pandora. After making them retell their story and strangling a bandit, the stranger reveals themselves to be Loaderbot, like the robot buddy, not my firstborn. Vaughn is there too, and he's gone full native out in the Badlands as the leader of some leftover Hyperion workers. Together, they've come up with a plan to rebuild Gortys and take on the Traveler. This time, things go your way because when you all work together, anything is possible, including the death of a colossal rock giant. After the Watcher gets smashed to pieces, Reese and Fiona head into the vault to claim their prize, a box. But when they open the box, it teleports them away to somewhere. So many cliffhangers, so much betrayal, so much blood. I can't wait to see what's going to happen in Borderlands 3. I'm Judy with the Leaderboard, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe because from indie to AAA, we love the games you play.